Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies, where I, MS Arthadian, explain to you the ever-expanding universe I'm developing and the deeper meaning behind it all. Before I get started, I want to thank you all for your patience in regards to the future of this podcast. A lot of things are in the works, and I know I say that a lot, but for this archival announcement, I hope to paint a picture as to just how much I'm working towards building a new entertainment network for you to enjoy. To break it down, I'll start out with the podcast itself. Arthadian Anthologies Season 4. As I have said before, Season 4 will bring forth the Reborn in Power tabletop RPG on a whole new level. There are a total of 6 confirmed Reborn in Power series that will be featured in Season 4. Each one just as epic as the mainframe. This season will be different, just like every other season has differed from the previous. For Season 4, it will be accompanied by the first ever Reborn in Power livestream campaign, releasing on a bi-weekly schedule starting in mid to late November of 2022. In order to stay in closer contact with myself, as well as the official chosen of the campaign, you can join in the new Expanding Universe Discord server, which will have a link in the description of this episode. Events will be posted there, as well as the homepage of ArthadianAnthologies.com. Then we have Core Citizen Subscriber. Moving on, I'd like to begin by discussing the different subscription tiers you'll be able to access as the new Expanding Universe continues to expand. Aside from sending a donation to one of the many ways you can support the core, you can begin your exploration through becoming a Core Citizen subscriber. This will be a low price of $3 per month. With it, you gain access to 3 of the exclusive codex entries that are accessed by the chosen subscribers found in the next section that I will describe. These 3 codex entries will switch every month and will feature expanded lore/stories that will deepen your knowledge within the core itself, like your own personal codex. It is a great way to get started in learning what the core has to offer you, and when doing so through Arthadian Anthologies, you'll get a 7-day free trial. And then you have the chosen subscriber. On this next subscription tier, being the main subscription for those who want to explore as much of the core has to offer them, becoming a chosen subscriber is the way to go. There will be 3 avenues you can go down in order to become a chosen subscriber. The first is through ArthadianAnthologies.com/subscribe. For the first year of subscribing this way, you can enter the promo code CHOSEN50, all caps, for 50% off the $5 you'll pay per month. So that will be $250 per month, technically. This subscription will grant you access to Chosen Creation, as well as the Chosen Codex Archive that will feature all exclusive codex entries that are made for expanding the Reborn in Power tabletop RPG. This will allow you to build your Chosen in even more epic ways. The other 2 ways to subscribe as a chosen is through Mines and SUBSTACK. You'll still receive the same benefits as you would through Arthadian Anthologies, but you won't get the 50% off promo you do with going through the official outlet. However, you may find that there is unique content posted in each outlet, so following all 3 avenues might be in your best interest. And then, lastly, we have the Lore Master subscriber. This will only be featured through ArthadianAnthologies.com/subscribe and will grant access to the most rewards amongst all subscribers. This will give you access to Chosen Creation and all future Reborn in Power studies. This means future Reborn in Power mission directives, modules, game modules that you can run actual game sessions with Reborn in Power through. I've already started working on the first one, and it is pretty cool. These are scheduled to release in 2023 and potentially later as well. You will also be given access to the Chosen Codex archive and receive writing privileges to develop your very own codex entries in the codex archives. And that's just the tip of what will become available to you in the future. For only $12 per month, you can invest into immersing yourself into the core and becoming a writ of this new expanding universe. And when you are prepared to begin making your own codex entries, I plan on paying you for the expanded content you bring to the realms at large. This final subscription tier won't be released until later, but I want those of you who are willing to be prepared for its release. In the end, becoming a core citizen or a chosen subscriber is made available to you now. The official exclusive entries are scheduled to begin releasing October 24th, 2022. 4 days after Chosen Creation comes out of beta and goes on sale. That will be on October 20th, 2022. If you subscribe now, it will help out tremendously in expanding the core in more ways than you can count. My goal is to make expanding the core my full-time career, but I can't do that without your support. To give you an idea of what you can look forward to, here is a timeline of what I have planned up until January of 2023. In October, it's going to be a Chosen Creation, Variant 1, releases October 20th. Then there's going to be the Runeforger Codex entry, which releases October 24th. That one has a lot of cool stuff in it. If you remember back in Season 2, when I discussed the Runeforgers and Archforger Arthadian Sword, that it has a lot of content that comes from that entry. Go ahead and listen back to it. I believe it was entry 42 and 43. And then you have the attribute phase video, which I've already made a request, like access to the Chosen beta, but by this point, Chosen Creation will already be out. So you can actually like purchase Chosen Creation through a subscription or buy it outright. And the attribute phase video will come out on the 26th. That's what I have planned. Then in November is the New Age live stream. This releases, its release is to be announced. We are trying to make it for the 16th, which is on a Wednesday, but some of the other players have some scheduling conflicts that might end up occurring because of new jobs and moving and all this extra stuff. But we will get it to you nonetheless. Then we have the Core Command Codex entry, which will be released on November 12th. I might push that back. We will see. It depends on how long the Runeforger Codex entry takes me to finish, but I'm almost done with it. And then there is the Alien Access video, which I plan on releasing on the 15th of November. And then in December, Season 4 is to be announced to release at that point. I will obviously have more archival announcements as we get closer to these dates, but yeah, Season 4 is going to be released. I'm very excited for that. So many great sessions I've had over the course of this past year. And then we have the Sidorian Senate Codex entry, which releases on December 12th, and the Origin Paths video, which will be released on December 15th. You can see that I'm trying to set myself up on a schedule where I release at least one codex entry per month, and then I'm trying to do a video series on Chosen Creation to make sure that people who haven't actually played it can kind of see how I go about basically making a Chosen. And then in January, I don't have much in it, but I have started working on the first Reborn in Power study, the first Reborn in Power directive, for players to basically pick up, a lore master to pick up and literally run an at-home game. It's a beginner module for levels 1 through 4 chosen, and it is going to be called Directive 140. And that release date is to be announced. It might get pushed back to February. We will see. It depends on how everything else goes for me, but I am trying to make sure that I have I basically scheduled everything out. All due dates are obviously subject to change based off of what life throws at me and the rest of my chosen. But you have my word, I will work my hardest at bringing all to fruition for you to enjoy. Lastly, thank you for your patience, for your support, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.